We're starting our tour. It's lunchtime on Friday in Chapel Hill. I've chosen to start this video coming off of Route 15501, which is a major 4-lane highway. And I'm first showing you a parking lot on the left and then a restaurant on the right called Foster's, or Merritt's rather. Merritt's is in the middle of nowhere, basically. About a quarter of a mile to a half a mile from the beginning of the campus. Yet Monday through Sunday, from 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning till about 2, the place is packed. Chapel Hill is a foodie town, and places like Merritt's have done extremely well despite having very inadequate parking, no bus stops, really not convenient. But literally lines almost every day, particularly at lunchtime. Now we're starting to approach the campus. This is Columbia Street, which will take us directly to the site that we're looking at. Right now we're beginning into the medical research and those areas. And I believe it's 3 or 4 hospital complex right on the grounds of the university, including General Hospital, Children's Hospital, Cancer Hospital, etc. And those are all on various sections of this. Plus, this is where all the medical research. These are partnerships with many of the major. This is an example of a bus stop. Buses in Chapel Hill are free, and the site has essentially 3 bus stops right near it. Now we're approaching the first intersection of the campus on Columbia. On our left are some sorority and fraternity houses. On our right is more of the campus, including the planetarium and museums, which are again pretty much adjacent to the site that we're looking at. Up on the left is a very famous hotel called the Carolina Inn, and the Carolina Inn is 1 block south of our site, coming up to an intersection. And again, school is not in session. This is the summertime. Here's your Carolina Inn to the left. An example of more buses, as you can see, crisscrossing the road right here, and another one on the left. As we continue down Columbia, the campus will again be on our right, and you can see we're not yet at Franklin. This is Cameron Avenue, which is a cut-through on campus. You'll notice to my left, straight ahead, you'll see an ambulance. Ambulances, fire trucks, even police cars are all accented in Carolina blue. Just an example of how there's kind of this partnership between the university and the town, or the city rather. What does happen a lot here during the summer is orientation and an enormous amount of camps, including athletic camps, academic camps, things of that nature. I think in the distance you can see a lot of, looks like students crossing the street, probably on their way to one of the academic camps. As the flagship university of the state of North Carolina, Chapel Hill is the leading research hospital in the area. That construction right there is a brand new construction called Carolina Corners, I believe. I will show that to you on the way back. Here's our site right on the right, and on the 3rd floor is Top of the Hill Restaurant. That is Top of the Hill's entrance. This is the site right here, and this is Franklin Street. Everything to the west is considered, I believe, West Franklin. Everything to the right is considered East Franklin. Traffic is really steady throughout the morning and afternoon, and as you can see, even though again school is not in session, a fair amount of people are walking around. It's not only locals but also workers. There's quite a few businesses, major mortgage company, things like that within a block of here. Spanky's across the street. You probably can't make this out. Looks to me like it's pretty full with people having lunch. Again, this is a major intersection. It is the true main and main of Chapel Hill. We're about to go past Franklin Street, and I'm going to make a quick loop to show you where some of the public parking is. To the right here is another bus stop, as you can see from the sign, and people waiting for the buses. Again, bus transportation in Chapel Hill and its surrounding community of Orange County is free. This is one of the parking lots that people would use. Again, this is lunchtime. It's pretty full. You do pay. It's inexpensive though. To the left, there's a parking garage. That also looks like it's pretty full. In fact, it is full. To the right up here is another parking, and it's full. Garage, public parking. A couple of stories. I believe it's 3 stories. The sign said there it's full. There are restaurants on the back side of this as well in the evenings, particularly when students are around. Those tend to be pretty full. And now we're going to make another turn. I'm going to go back to Franklin Street. What you find in Chapel Hill is obviously students, but there's also a lot of workers. Clearly no students are here now except those that may be in some form of summer session, but during this 9-minute ride or so, you've seen people walking around. They may be graduate students or just people visiting. A lot of visitors come here. It's kind of touristy. Although it's a college town, it's a college town that doesn't really die off in the summer because the surrounding community is incredibly supportive. There are lots of homes. If I go down to the left here on East Franklin, beautiful traditional southern style homes. Those are usually occupied by obviously locals, professors, professionals. According to the Top of the Hill manager, they come out and very much support the restaurant in the summertime when the students aren't around. It's kind of like the ideal time for them to come and spend time. So now we're turning back on Franklin Street on our way towards Carrboro. The site for us is right on the left, not at this light but the next light. You'll see again fairly busy at lunchtime. Looks like some construction workers, looks like professionals. There's a restaurant. You can see pretty full. A lot of boutique-y type restaurants. People are into organic food. There is street parking, but obviously not that much. There are churches on both sides of our site. Breakfast and brunch are very big things in Chapel Hill on Sundays. As you look just to the left there, near the red car, that's another bus stop. And that's right at the end of the string of buildings that our site occupies. There's both a Walgreens right next to us, and across the street there is a CVS that's undergoing renovations. There are pizza parlors. They tend to be low end, inexpensive, but certainly not of the quality that Medici signifies. Here's the renovation going on at CVS, and on the left is our site on that corner next to Walgreens. And here's a bus coming that'll be stopping right over here on the left. So we have public transportation stops all within a couple hundred feet of the site. Being a touristy town, you'll have obviously sportswear, and here's a movie theater right here, old school. And the last stop on this trip is going to be to show you the new construction that's going on right behind the church across the street from our site. This is a major development. It's in reading through the different statistics on it, I believe it's 249 apartments, 880 parking spaces, about 42,000 in retail space, 160,000 in office space, plus the university is building some sort of performing arts process. You'll notice to the right there's other apartments. These have all been coming up over the last couple of years. And here's the beginning of this huge complex. As you can see, it's 3 different complexes. Behind it are dormitories. To the right, for example, are more apartments. Behind this is a Chicago Pizza that I've been told does about $3 million right there, Old Chicago. As we continue down this way, we would see other chains.